Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Shall we start, sir?
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Good afternoon, madam.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all in today's webinar series on reviewing regulations. This is the fifth series of the complete part wherein we are discussing the regulations one by one, and the consolidated report on the comments on all the regulations will be shared with IPA after the end of the complete series. So today we will be discussing IPA regulations, IP regulations, and model bylaws. And last Wednesday we discussed liquidation regulations, and part of the liquidation regulations was left, so that we will discuss after the end of this 9 webinar series. So over to Pankaj, sir.
Thank you, Nitika.
Okay, sir.
Good morning, all. Good morning. Hope all doing well. So,
Good morning, sir.
Today we are going to.
Good morning, sir.
That's a good evening, sir.
Today we are going to review the regulations of IPA, IP, and model bylaws. So, Nitika, can we start from IPA regulation?
Sure, sir. I'll share.
So, please share. Yeah.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, it's visible. Kindly do it enlarge the screen. Full screen.
Nitika, how about the liquidation regulation part?
Sir, liquidation regulations will discuss after the end of the complete series, like after August. I'll share the details accordingly, sir, because since this schedule was already decided, we could not alter it. So that I'll share.
Hello, your voice is cracking.
Okay, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So I hope the screen is okay now, sir.
Yeah, it's visible, Nitika. Thank you. So now we are going to start the IPA regulation, which were framed by the IBBI. So kindly give your valuable input regarding the IPA regulation, which we IP want to some amendment in these regulations. So regulation 1 is the basic short title and commencement. I don't think any requirement. Then definition, board, code, governing board, model bylaws. I don't think there is any need to amendment. Then chapter 2 bylaws. Regulation 3 insolvency professional agency to have the bylaws. Nitika, it's the IPA regulation. Sorry, IPA regulation, na?
It's IPA only.
Okay, fine. ठीक है. No, Kafi. Start from first.
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Yeah, second. Right. Now third regulation. Eligibility for registration. So, is there any need for changes in this regulation? Kindly give your input.
Sir, so far, I have one question.
Yeah.
So far only the institutes like ICAI, CMA and ICSI, these people are only starting under Section 8, these kind of IP agencies.
Right.
Why can't we ask the Bar Council of India also to be the one of these IP agency?
See, Mr. Venta, it's open for all. It's open for all. But only 3 institute has taken the initiative to start the IPA. Even any personal company, Section 8 company, you can incorporate it, you can take your own IPA. There is no bar. There is no bar in this.
So that means the initiative has to be taken by the Bar Council of India.
Obviously. They had to incorporate Section 8 company, then only they can apply.
Okay.
So it's not restricted. Under the regulation, there is nowhere any such restriction. So these three institution body came forward and they incorporate their own body to facilitate their own members or members of other like Bar Council and MBAs and ex-bankers like this. So there is no such bar.
Okay.
Then I don't think eligibility for registration and there is some change to be required because it is not directly related to IP. Then grant regulation 4 is also not for us. Then regulation 5 is also not for us. Because we have to see from IP perspective. That's I don't think is regulation 6 is required to change. Nitika, I think IPA regulation you should provide the amendment. Rather, you should ask from the IPAs. It's your IPA regulation, so IPA body will give their comments in spite of taking comments from us.
Yes, sir. So that we will provide. We were just like if anybody has any suggestion, they can give in the completed.
Yeah, we have suggestions for inspection and investigation matters.
Okay, sir.
So my
Excuse
question
me?
is that do we really need a IPA separately when IBBI is controlling the profession?
See, IBBI has casted some power to the IPA. Everything cannot be controlled by the IBBI. Due to the numbers of members, so 3 institutions came forward and they formed their IPA. So IPA main responsibility for the enrollment of the IPs, for continuing education program, and yeah, please, Mr.
Excuse
Anand.
me, I think to add to whatever suggestion has been made, during initial phases, since IBBI didn't have the infra and all, the 3 existing IPAs, they were encouraged by government IBBI to act as IPAs. Otherwise, maybe they wouldn't have even initiated. At this stage, I think their utility is redundant. If IBBI themselves, because so many IPs are there, they themselves initiate the process because there are so many memberships, which I don't think is required.
So
There
fair
should be
enough.
only one IBBI registration under IBBI.
Fair enough.
I
Then
think that should be enough. Can we put this suggestion?
then you can give your suggestion, no doubt.
Is a
Actually,
regulator.
what I would like to subscribe here, see, we are making duplication of the compliances. See, we
Right.
make disclosures into the IBBA as well as disclosures to the IP. Again, download it, copy, upload. So all this process can be simplified so that either we do it IPA itself or to IBBA. Maybe that type of a thing, if it could come in this regulation, I'll really welcome it.
Okay.
Think about that process.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sir, one suggestion.
Yeah.
Example, if we take ICSI, there are
Right.
so many company secretaries in India. And
Right.
every year, so many company secretaries are passing out. When the number itself is more than 1 lakh, but IP professionals are hardly 30,000, not even 30,000 put together in all the IPAs. Why can't IBA can manage these 6? This is really duplication of work and it's a lot of wastage of time from the IP perspective. And because different organizations have different set of procedures for compliance, is IP professionals from a triple IPA have to do something, and from CMA perspective they have to do something, from those who are aligned with the ICSA have to do certain things. So once all these things are clubbed and put brings under the banner of IBBI, there will be uniformity of the compliance part as well as the formatting of the reports are also.
Okay.
It really
enough?
saves time and money for, and there will be uniformity of the practices across the profession.
Oh, that's good. That's a good suggestion. So
And then
you can
one
do one
more,
thing. You can give us a mail so that ICSI IIP can summarize those ideas and send to IBBI.
So one more small point, of course, whether you agree or disagree, I do not know. Majority of them I may agree. There's
Okay.
uniformity in the subscription membership fee that is being paid. See,
Exactly.
one organization is charging 5,000 rupees, another organization is charging 10,000 rupees. Whereas the
Right.
service provided is same.
Right.
For a uniform service, why two sets of fee being charged?
Right. I'm very much agree with you.
Yeah, that need to be.
Sir,
Excuse me, just now you said that we have to send a mail. Is it
Yes.
required or simply on the basis of discussion, we can add it as a
What
suggested
happens?
amendment?
Yes, yes. What happens? We will ICSI IIP will share whatever discussion we had.
I think that's all. That's all.
Yeah,
We will not send separate mail. Huh?
like CIRP we have shared to all the participants. Look, this has been discussed and this suggestion has been made by the members.
Okay,
So
that's
along
all.
with
That's
that,
that's
if
all.
you
Thank
have
you.
some other suggestion, then you can add it.
No, thanks a lot.
that
Thanks a lot.
in your mail also.
and sir, one more thing regarding the empanelment on 6 months basis. Okay, instead of 6 months, all IPs are throughout a year. If they empanel, that one is better compared to half year like that.
Okay.
Yes, this
Okay.
issue is basically is real issue.
Sir,
So this issue regarding my friend is talking about the empanelment.
I think 100% agreement on this issue. Sorry to interrupt.
Sir,
Yes,
even if you go for any insurance or anything also, they will do for complete year. Okay.
Right.
And even 1 month or it's very difficult. All our IPs are matured
So
people.
I think we should keep it from financial year to financial year.
Yes, at least throughout year, not for
Sir,
6
can I
months.
make a point here?
Yeah, Nitika.
They are putting
Sir,
break
actually, this is under process. IBBI and IPS together, they are working on it. They are developing a software wherein AFA, like the empanelment would be for year to year wise, and it would be automatic. There would not be any manual empanelment list would be there. So
Very
this is
good.
under process. Maybe in 6 or 8 months, like by the end of the next empanelment, this will be functioned. So this
Automatic
issue
empanelment.
will be resolved.
No,
AFA renewal date should be changed.
no, suppose, ma'am, actually we don't want to get an empanelment for the any year. So can we exit also? Is it so? Because
Yes, sir.
If
Sir, it would be automatic. Like once your AFA would be expired, you will automatically be removed from that empanelment list. Otherwise, you would be there. And if you want to withdraw also, so you can withdraw at any time. But you would not be like, there would not be any requirement to apply for empanelment after every 6 months.
Automatic. Nitika, kindly note
one more thing. There is a
just a minute, Kalpana ji. Nitika ji, kindly note one more thing. This I am speaking on behalf of all the members or participants present here.
Yes, sir.
Every bank impanel IP separately.
Yes, sir.
This is a ridiculous activity. Once the IP are impaneled with the IBBI, then why every bank needs to require
Maintain separate empanelment.
for empanelment separately?
Okay.
Thanks a lot for raising a very pertinent point.
Nitika,
Excellent, sir. Excellent.
Nitika,
It should be centralized.
IBBI can do one thing. See, they can change the provision under the regulations that if any applicant who want to apply for the insolvency application against any corporate debtor, then they should go to the IBBI website. Everything should be on crystal clear. Sorry. They should go to the IBBI website and take the name on serial basis.
Exactly. So that one doesn't have to do the marketing part, which is
Yes,
very,
yes,
very
yes.
embarrassing for senior people.
IBBI should make the list of IPs according to the NCLT basis.
And
Yes,
no
sir.
separate empanelment by bank, no lobbying, no marketing.
Yes. No lobbying,
Just
no
apply,
marketing.
communicate through mail, no need to meet anybody.
It's the wastage of time
And
of
do a
even
favor.
bankers also. It's the
And
wastage
do
of
a
time
favor
of
by
even bankers also.
allotting certain cases. These are very, very old fashioned things. I think we must congratulate you for raising a very pertinent point.
Banks are showing a favoritism to their employees only, sir.
Anandji, it will create the corruptions also.
No, it has already.
That's why I'm saying.
Main thing is that for people, senior people like us, it is very embarrassing.
Exactly.
Meeting people and please impanel us and please.
Yes.
If you have any, please allot us. There are people who are IPs who are flooded with work.
They
don't have time even to take care of their existing assignments. And equally competent people simply because they are not investing time in marketing.
No, Mr. Anand.
They're not getting in that case, it would be better if we quit. We have better things to do.
Mr. Pandya, just a minute. Once we have impaneled with the IBBI, once one IP has cleared the exam for IBBI, then it is assumed that
photo తీసుకున్నాడు house.
kindly mute yourself. Kindly mute yourself.
Request the organizer to mute everyone.
Kindly mute Mr. Venkata. Kindly mute. So it's my suggestion that once the IBBI we have impaneled with the IBBI, we have passed the exam, then what's the use of giving the interview to those bankers who does not know even ABCD of the IBC? So it's my suggestion that IBBI should make a list of the IPs according to the NCLT. And then automatically, if anybody want to apply under IBC, then he has to choose name, not choose name. Automatically, the name will appear, and he will file the application with his name.
An opportunity will be given to everybody.
And
obviously, in this manner,
Okay.
every person will get the opportunity.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I think as against some suggestion was made. I think Nitika only said, I think personally, I don't have any issue applying for renewal every year because, at times if one has sufficient work with them, they may not prefer to be impaneled under IBBI.
Okay.
As is the practice.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah, please.
There can be ceiling on number of assignments held by the IPs.
Already there is.
It is already there. It is already there.
Okay.
There is one suggestion, Pankaj ji.
Even otherwise, when the application is being approved, NCLT asks is how many assignments you are handling.
Yes.
And they raise objection on that also.
Shyam ji, उसमें क्या रहेगा?
Pankaj, restriction is on the ceiling is on the CIRP assignments, not on all the assignments together.
Exactly. So we would suggest that there should be a ceiling on liquidation and a total IBC matter. There should be a ceiling.
Pankaj ji, one suggestion here. It is
please.
related to the CPE hours. Once we attend some program, then one has to again, within 7 days file. It should be avoided. There should be some automatic system there.
पहले उसको sort out कर ले please. जो भी बात कर रहे थे हम लोग पहले assignment वाली.
हाँ, just keep it aside. मतलब keep it in mind.
Sure. Okay.
खुद अपने मन में रखें. It's a valid point. I think we can come discuss it later.
Yes. Yeah, Shyam ji, you were telling about some thing regarding the.
Pankaj sir, total 5 assignment. It should not be more than that.
Yes, total 5 assignment including CIRP, liquidation, voluntary liquidation, personal
total
guarantee.
5, yes. All. Total in all 5.
In all 5. Nitika, kindly please note it.
Sir, I have one suggestion thought in my mind.
So whether everybody is agreed on this 5 assignments thing?
Yeah, majority of
yes.
people
All are in tandem.
Okay, sir.
Sir, may I?
Yeah, please, Rajesh ji.
All of us have to.
I have a thought in mind.
We should not say that we are all of us.
Instead of empanelment basis, if for every job that IBBI or anyone is required, for which empanelment is required, expression of interest may be invited for each job. So if you get 5, 10, 20, whatsoever, automatic panel will be created, and out of interested people only you can select.
No. It will be a huge task, Mr. Bakshi.
Because everyone would not be interested in everything.
Sir, once you have given your name in the list, then we cannot say that we will not like this case and we will not like this case.
Sir, instead of 5, I suggest if we can go to 7, because many a times cases goes on for like years in NCLT and there is no progress. So I suggest if we can keep it instead of 5 to 7, that should be my view.
Another point.
My suggestion.
5 is okay. 5 is okay. 5 is okay.
Kindly give your suggestion. Nitika, can we go for voting?
So it is regarding just a clarity I require, sir.
Yeah, please, Mr. Javeri.
Sir, if 5 is the cap limit for CIRP and liquidation cases, will it also include the liquidation cases for which dissolution applications are pending? Or the going?
So this is the suggestions. Liquidation means liquidation. So this is the suggestions. So kindly give your input, share some mail or whatever it may be. So we are doing jointly the brainstorming.
So one more suggestion, one more thought in my mind.
Yeah.
Regarding empanelment, it seeks a renewal, your validity till a particular date, say 31st December of 23. And it is due for renewal on 25th of December. System won't allow me to empanelment.
Sorry, come again.
This has already been
Point has
discussed,
already
I
been
suppose.
addressed by Nikita.
Sir, I have a point to make.
It is coming for financial year to financial year, Mr. Bakshi.
Sir, I have a point to make. Hope you are. Am I audible?
Yeah, please,
Sir,
Mr.
in all the discussions, whatever we discussed so far, be it number of CPE or number of assignments,
Just
and all
a minute.
that.
I'm interrupting Mr. Narasimha. There is one vote we have given here. So kindly cast your vote here. Limit of on maximum number of assignments. So kindly click any one of choice. So we can poll it. Kindly I request every person, every participant to make a poll.
Got it. Thank you.
Achha, I have already submitted my poll. Some
Yeah.
other related suggestion. For IBBI empanelment.
If we
So the
file
point-
resolution
Also, 5 should be a
Just a
reasonable
moment.
figure.
Please, one by one.
ongoing or not?
One by one.
Sir, the point which I was making is we have to consider about IPEs enrolled as IPs. So in all this discussion, even that has to be separately discussed, right?
Okay.
Right.
Now,
You want to submit that you have discussed about banks separately in empaneling.
Yeah.
Sir, it is there in any other. I'm a banker, but will it really work? Because it is there in any other profession. A bank empanels advocate. A bank empanels.
Sir, kindly allow me. It's not that profession which other banks are hiring the service. It's this is having a huge financial burden on the bank.
Okay.
So there must be some transparency. Nowadays, what is happening? Bank call for the EOI, and after that, no one knows what happened to that EOI.
No, that you can find out by filing an RTA. What's happening?
No, sir. What's the use of filing the RTA? It means the IP will file the IP will engage themselves in filing the RTA only.
No, but
once a system will create IBBI, there will be a list in the IBBI website, and from there any applicant, if any banks, if any individual, if any operational creditor, whosoever it may be, they can choose from. They can pick the next one and go for that name.
But you see what happens in the other profession cases, chartered accountants,
Kindly don't mix it with other professions.
In future,
excuse me, sir,
they will emulate us. Sorry
Sir,
to
my
interrupt.
humble
In
submission
future,
is,
even
can we make the bank bind on this? Because bank decides based on commercial judgment. It's their choice to employ professionals.
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
it is only about empanelment, not allotment of cases we are talking about.
IBBI has
They are favoring their retired employees only. They are
IBBI has fixed the minimum ceiling.
They are not fair enough in deciding about the commercial wisdom or anything.
Even many times we have seen the person who are taking the interview of those IPs who have 30, 40 years of experience under CA, CS or whatsoever it may be, and the person sitting in the bank who is taking the interview is not even 2 years old.
I think here we are discussing only about empanelment and not allotment of case.
Exactly.
So at the commercial decisions that we were, somebody was discussing, I think that will always exist, because out of the impaneled IPs, the banks will have certain amount of freedom to allot specific cases to specific IPs depending upon their experience. So that freedom banks will continue to have.
I'm not agree with you. Nowadays, that's why I earlier told that VIP has cleared the exam, right? Now, if bank say you don't have experience of infra field, then any IP can take the help from any IPE. IBBI has allowed this. So there is no question of experience and infrastructure.
Sir, every is equally qualified, sir.
Yes, there is no question of infrastructure and experience.
I agree, fully agree with you. Acha, some related suggestion, another one.
Yeah, please.
IP is allowed to be empaneled with IBBI only for certain NCLT, jurisdiction of one NCLT only. Nowadays,
No. IBBI makes the empanelment not for any NCLT.
Generally, the job is allotted only to.
Generally, job is allotted. It's the general regulation of the IBBI that IP will get will not CIRP cost. There should not be any burden on the CIRP cost for traveling and staying and all that expense. That's why it is mandated that nearby NCLT cases will be allotted.
So now they are strictly following it. So what is happening practically? In the case of locations like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, and other bigger cities, the number of cases are huge, whereas IPs are coming from all over India, even from smaller locations. And NCLTs of smaller locations, they have very few cases. And whereas in the case of those who are located out of, so my suggestion was that one should have the freedom, like earlier it was already there, to be impaneled at least for two, as you said, it is not there, but I'm not clear about it, at least under two.
No, Mr. Pandya, you can do one thing. You can show your branch office in that location.
Two locations.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatsoever it may be.
The option is not there in, I think, when at the time of.
You can, that's your duty to justify that extra CIRP burden will not be there. Next, Nitika, kindly share that.
Sir, I have one question. Those applications, I mean, dissolution application is moved, whether those assignment will be considered as ongoing assignment?
Yes, it will be ongoing assignment.
Because nowadays
you have not been discharged from the liability as a liquidator.
If we file application, we never know when we will get the order.
That's true.
That is why Pankaj is saying, you never know when you will be free from that assignment.
So probably we will not get any further assignment.
No, you still have 4 assignments now. Total you have 5.
Ma'am, we should be liberal to our other fellow professionals also.
My humble suggestion here is if dissolution applications are to be considered, then instead of 7, the total assignment should be 10. Because it may be possible in voluntary liquidation cases, because that also is considered.
Have you casted your vote? Everyone has casted their vote?
Yes, sir. I have casted my vote.
Sir, at the time of your appointment, sir, member will ask you how many assignment you are handling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have submitted, sir.
Nitika, kindly share the result of the poll.
Okay, sir, we have 159 votes out of 325 participants, and 53%, like 86 people have voted for 5. 20% have voted for 7 ongoing, and 23% have voted for 10 ongoing.
It's my humble request to cast the vote as soon as possible, 5 minutes or more, for giving your opinion on the poll.
Can I give one
Pankaj,
suggestion,
one more
sir?
suggestion. Pankaj,
I want to
one more suggestion.
I want to give one suggestion.
Yeah, please, Deepika ji.
Yeah, I want to give a suggestion. Like in Companies Act, you can be a partner with more than one company. I think it should be allowed for an IP to be a partner with more than one IPE. This is my suggestion.
Then confliction of interest shall be there.
No, I don't think so. While like we are there in companies, one person can be a partner with more than one company.
What's the purpose you will get by getting in 2 or more IP?
What will happen is that the technical expertise of some IPE can be made use of while handling the case. And your services can also be provided to other IPEs who are probably...
It can be as Pankaj ji said earlier. I mean, I think this proposal of yours, Pankaj ji, will revolutionize a person like me, an experienced person, has been waiting, for more than 1 year without any assignment.
Yes.
And we have all the options, I mean, it should be automated. We are trying to make many things automated, and including the acceptance of the, the admission of the case. We are now going to automate. So why not this? I mean, it is very important that it should be done, because there are people who are waiting for years together in the gallery and they are not being picked up. And there are people who cannot justify, as someone said, cannot justify to their own cases which they are handling. They still need more cases.
I agree.
This must go.
And there's one more thing, that the technical expertise of one partner can be made use of by different IPEs also, where different partners are there. So it is not necessarily, that only one IPE. If I have experience.
Then Deepika ji, I will suggest don't be a part of any IPE. You are open to take service from any IPE.
Deepika ji, this is right. Actually, actually it does not help, getting membership, partnership with more than one IPAs really do not help, because otherwise, as Pankaj ji mentioned, their services are otherwise also available.
Mr. Kabir, what will happen if any wrong has been done by any partner of one IPE, then it will be applicable for all directors, partners of that IPE. Right. And
yes,
if you are the part of 2 IPE, then both IPE will suffer.
Yeah,
This is
a very pertinent
point. If one partner has made a mistake in one IPE,
it's not practical possible.
If one partner has made mistake in one IPE, the others are suffering. The other suffering ones can take the help of the other IPE. Then person who has not made any mistake.
Then you have to give it that IP.
Webinar is for seeing all the regulations. We are diverting from that. Maybe one
exactly.
More than 15 minutes we are debating on this.
Now, Nitika, I think we IPE regulations we don't require to say much more, because that they are internal. Our main suggestion is there is no need of any IPA.
Pankaj, one more suggestion is that the different IPAs, they are charging different membership fees.
Yeah, that already been narrated by someone.
But that should be uniform, and I think
yes. That's why I'm saying that once IBB is fully equipped, then most of the members have suggested that there should be any need for IPA, because IP work is getting duplicated.
No, plus, the membership fee, so long as it is there, it should be uniform. uniform and it should be reduced, because the people who are not getting any assignment, they are made to pay the fees.
IPA, see, IBBA
And we
has
have to pay
started-
double fees also.
Yeah,
To IBBI and to IPA also.
So once if we are voting that IPA, there is no need of any IPA, then it will automatically resolve. Nitika, can you make another poll for need of IPA or not?
Okay, sir.
Make a voting for this.
I would say that there is no need for an IPE.
IPA or IPE?
IPE.
So we are not discussing the IPE regulation. We are discussing the IPA regulation.
Sir, my humble suggestion, get a voting cast on this point.
Yeah, only 2 minutes for voting will be given. Only 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. We will vote for the merger of IPO or.
Sir, one suggestion, sir. When the NCLT is appointing from their empanelment, the insolvency professional should have a right to accept or reject the assignment. It is like, it should not be mandatory that I should take.
Exactly.
Because the company may not have any asset, then it will be burden on the insolvency professional to work
Obviously,
on it and may not get any remuneration.
Otherwise, NCLT shall specify what fees and who will pay that fees.
Correct suggestion.
That way at least.
Exactly. Sir.
Either we should be given liberty to come out from the assignment.
Yes.
After the allocation of the assignment, you say.
Sorry.
Sir,
By
once
NCLT.
order is passed, we comes to know after a week's time or 10 days time only we come to know that I have been appointed as IRP or RPR liquidator in certain assignments, in NCLT assignments. If I am not proposed, I am appointed directly by NCLT. In such cases, if I don't wish to.
Got it, Ms. Lakshmi, we got it. Your suggestion is very valid.
Pankaj sir, what will happen in 90% of the cases? Nobody will come forward.
Sir,
I have a point here.
Once the NCLT will decide who will pay the fees and what amount of fees shall be paid.
I have a point to supplement to counter Lakshmi's thing.
Yeah, please.
Whenever NCLT Chennai is passing an order for CIRP, and especially if it is a 9 application, section 9 application, they always put out a small fee, 2 lakhs of rupees towards to cover to defray the expenses of the RP. Like that, they always pass an order. Even in section 7 application, they have done that.
In replacement of a liquidator, such a cases, those things are not mentioned.
Geeta ji, every NCLT is passing this order nowadays. This is not the question of expense. This is the question of fees. Who will pay the fees?
Got it,
sir. On that note, in PG2CD cases,
kindly,
sir, just to add on, just on that note.
Just a minute, Mr. Narasimha. Nitika, kindly show the poll.
Okay, sir. Sir, 1 second. So I'll have to first end the poll of the maximum number of assignments. Then only I launch the other poll.
See, first poll. Now close the first poll.
Okay, sir. Okay. So first I'll share the results, sir.
Yeah, first share the result of first poll.
Some people are voting through chat only. I think they need to be told that it is the voting should be done through system only.
See, sir, this is the result. I think this thing.
Okay,
I think the screen is visible.
Good. Yes, it is.
It means majority is 52% is what are going with the 5 ongoing process. Right? Now, Nitika,
Yes,
arrange for another poll.
Sir, one of my question is.
Just a minute.
140 people have not cast their vote, no? 180.
Sir, we cannot force anyone, na?
No, I think they will have to be
also as per general election.
Yes, yes.
They will have to be
as a COC voting. Once anybody don't want to vote, then we cannot do anything.
I think I would request Nitika just to explain it, in case some people are missing it, because I've seen some people are voting through chat box only. Anyway, now it is obvious. It is appearing on screen.
Now it's only
then
for
they are
2
not
minutes.
listening to.
This poll is open for 2 minutes. So kindly cast your vote through polling.
Sir, please display the timer, sir.
Yes, sir. Nitika, kindly display the timer.
Okay, sir.
188 vote has been casted. 188 last in first poll. 188 person has casted their poll. So it means other are just attending this webinar for the sake of one CPE.
Correct,
Or
sir.
maybe they have just
So
marked their
I
attendance
hope
and
this poll is visible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, may I let the three IPAs be merged first?
So all IPA. This is the purpose of all IPA. We are not mentioning here for ICSI, IIP, or anyone else.
That's what
Sir,
I'm saying.
you have asked us to cast vote for assignments. Some people have
No. Now second poll started. Second poll started.
just one query. We are recommending five assignments. Whether this PG's personal guarantor also will be included in those.
Yes, sir. All.
Because in personal guarantor cases, in one CD, 5-6 personal guarantors may be there. Then you will not get any other assignment.
Sir, then it's up to you whether you want to take that PG case or not.
Request Nitika, don't show the poll results simultaneously. It will influence.
Nitika, show the poll result at the end of the 2 minutes.
it is already
Because somebody was asking for the timer, that's why I put it here.
No, start the countdown. Now only 30 seconds. Now remove this.
This poll result will not influence anything. So what's the...
Nitika, remove this.
Good, sir.
Now 30 seconds remains.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah, please.
My name is Vishram. I am in favor of 5 assignments.
Mr. Pankaj Gupta, kindly mute yourself.
Pankaj ji, these 5 assignments, when I have voted, I have understood as CIRP, not actually PGs.
So you can share your result. Mr. Pankaj Kumar Gupta, kindly mute yourself.
Sir.
Nitika, kindly mute Pankaj. Yeah.
Pankaj,
sir, my query is like this.
Yeah, just a minute, Mr. Javeri. Mr. Vishram is there.
Yes. So the thing is, at the beginning of any assignment, we give consent for our appointment as IP.
Okay.
Now the thing is that what happens is I am agreeable to whatever the majority decides number of assignments. I am okay with that because we have to just do justice to the assignments what we are handling.
Right.
The practical difficulty what we face is when we give consent. By the time we give consent and the matter gets admitted, there is a possibility that the matter may get withdrawn even before admission by the NCLT. There is a possibility that matter may get or may not get admitted.
Right.
Even after admission, the matter may get settled under 12A or whatever. So there could be a withdrawal possible.
Sir, five cases means once you have been appointed as a IRP.
Agreed.
5 admitted cases. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So is it
Nitika, now share the poll result. Already it's 30 more than 45 seconds has come. Now close the poll and share the poll results so that we will move forward on IP regulations.
Okay.
Because already 47 minutes as we have given this. Okay. So 68% participant has opted that there is no need for IPA and IPA should be merged with the IBBI. Fair enough. You can share the result with all the participants. Now, Nitika, share the IP regulations.
Okay, sir. Just 1 second.
Sir, one more suggestion, sir.
Yeah.
Now, because the 3 IPAs are there, you are conducting the webinars, and most of the time, no, there will be clash of timings of these webinars. One thing. Number two, the cost.
That's why we have suggested that IPAs should be merged with the IBBI.
Yeah. And another thing is the cost of webinar.
Sir, already taken this point.
No, this one is new, I think. I suppose so.
Yeah,
yeah, please.
Because per hour, actually, no, we are forced to pay 500 rupees. Whether there are 20 participants or 5,000 participants, but
sir, this is we cannot control this as of now because it's individual choice of the IPA. So once it will be merged with the IBBI, then there will be no question.
Pankaj, this is a suggestion for ICSI IPA only. We are giving this suggestion is for ICSI IPA that they should not charge this high fee for webinars per hour 500.
Okay.
Not for other IPAs.
Okay. Fair enough. Now IP regulations. We are coming with the IP regulations. So Nitika, go ahead, go forward. I don't think any changes in definitions. Nitika, in assignment word, just a minute, in 2A, Nitika, in 2A, we should add the voluntary liquidation also, because at that time the voluntary liquidation was not there. So it might be bankruptcy trustee is there, na? Bankruptcy trustee is there. So even we can add voluntary liquidator or personal guarantor under the assignment. So everything will be cleared. For 5 assignment, everything will be cleared. Now next. Next page, Nitika. Insolvency examination, I don't think there is any change. Registration of insolvency professional, there is no need to change. Kindly give your suggestion. If anything, qualification, I don't think there is any change.
Sir, one suggestion.
Yeah, please.
So because most of us have cleared this examination in the beginning, first 2 years.
Right.
And will there be any kind of checking this our knowledge once in 3 years or something like that?
No, nothing.
Not required.
Not required. Then application for certification of registration, it's fine. Move further.
Pankaj, in these regulations, the procedure for deregistration or surrender of registration is not given. That is also.
No, sir. It is already there.
It's not there.
It's already there, sir. You want to surrender?
Sir, a discussion paper has already been issued by IBBI with regard to all these things. So this is being taken care of. You can give your suggestions on that discussion paper.
Yeah, next.
Sir, one suggestion I want to give on this.
Yeah, please, Mr. Seth.
Yeah, actually what happens, we are not getting any work, and for last 3 years we have been paying the fees, which is very exorbitantly high for us who are not earning anything. And for CPE hour also, the charge is very much. And but at least one provision is there that we can reappear in the examination and earn some CPE hours. I want that at least fees for that reappearance of CPE for second time, it should be less at least 1,000 rupees or 1,500. So that those persons who are unable to afford can reappear without.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kindly note it, Nitika. Next.
Okay, sir.
Next. Authorization, no issue. Refusal to grant certificate, it's okay. Next. See, just a minute. Next.
Sir, here also I want to put it.
Yeah, please.
Sir, those persons who are not getting any job last 3-4 years after pass, they should be allowed to surrender without any cost. and they are now made to surrender even all the exemptions they have passed and all the enrollment they have done with the IPA. I put my surrender, but they say you surrender your IBBI exemption which you have passed, and IPA all these things to surrender. I think, and
no, that is Nitika has already shared na ki IBBI has come with the discussion paper. You give your suggestion on that discussion paper. Yeah, next. Just a minute. Next, yeah. Yes, recognition of insolvency professional entity. Anyone want to say something? In my view, I am not agree with this 1 crore of rupees fees. I think
net worth should be, we should have a, but net worth is not a criteria for
no, sir, no. In my view, there should be a higher net worth.
No, sir, I strongly disagree. This actively discourages those people who have been in service and now want to join this profession. This highly discourages people because having 1 crore of capital, which is not going to be used in any transactions, is a little bit too harsh.
Yes, sir. Okay. It should be low down. It should be low down. It should be low down.
Individual IPs are being discouraged by recognizing.
Yeah, you can't form this.
Sir, I also agree with this thing.
So I think Nitika, we again make a poll ki limit of 1 crore shall be reduced.
Yes, sir, what should be the slab also?
It should be increased. It should be increased.
No, then this whole profession will be in the hands of very few people.
Just a minute.
This should not be the objective of IBBI.
Just a minute. Just a minute, Mr.
Very few people.
Mr. Chatterjee.
This is not a polling exercise. When you are going for a policy decision, you need not go on poll.
No, Mr. Chatterjee. Everyone has.
Mr. Khetan, polling is not. We are not here to placate majority interest. We are here to decide what is the policy. Given idea.
We are giving
should not be.
No, Mr. Chatterjee. Mr. Chatterjee.
Policy should not be in such a way that.
So policy cannot be made. Policy cannot be made by single person also.
No, that I agree to it. But what I'm trying to tell you very
we support
strongly
this.
is that any action of IBBI or IPA which discourages people to come together and form an IPE is going to be determinant to this profession.
Sir, suppose, just a minute. Yeah, if you say 1 crore is very high.
No, I have not said 1 crore is very high. What I have said very clearly is that you said that I believe it is low, it should go high. I said, no, it is okay. Whatever it is, okay. In fact, what I want to specifically say is that once an IP you are taking 2.5 lakhs fees for forming an IP, then to become an IP, you are again asking 2.5 lakhs rupees. This is too much. This is too much.
Okay. Like any practice, I think it should be 25 lakhs only. Okay, there must be some net worth. So it should be around 25 lakhs.
Net worth should be there because as of today, some funding has to be made by the IP or the insolvency professional before he gets his bills passed. So he should be in a position to run the operation. I agree to that.
Sir, let me tell you something. For a merchant banker registered with the Stock Exchange Board of India, SEBI charge.
Sir, Mr. Khetan, please do not आप किसी को घुमाओ नहीं, बड़ी ये बात मत करो. मर्चेंट्स बैंकर इस देश में 10 लाख से भी शुरू हुए थे, 25 लाख से भी शुरू हुए थे. मर्चेंट बैंकर का बिजनेस की बहुत बड़ी अलग बात है. ये नया प्रोफेशन है, इसमें अभी 1 करोड़ वाले आईपीए बनाने में लोगों को बहुत परेशानी होगी. This is the reason why IPEs are less.
I agree with you, sir.
But why I think
1 crore is
why
really
we are not allowing even Mr. Khetan to put his
Yes,
point
it is
of
very
view.
high. It is very high.
That's why I'm saying
आप मर्चेंट बैंकिंग पे लेके चले जा रहे हैं.
IPO की फीस पे आप मालूम है क्या?
Mr. Chatterjee, I think you should allow
it is for the discussion.
Speak up.
it is for the discussion only.
We have not come here to listen to you.
A majority, that's why I am saying that we are going for a poll. So everyone's views will
this
be
type of
taken
issues are
care.
not going for poll, because this will put a wrong precedent, because you will put in your report to IBBI and we put a poll, and this poll people decide yes, you should have it 10,000 rupees.
How else are you going to have the opinion of everybody?
No, you are not. No, I don't want. This is not a. This is a very wrong way.
Sir, I agree with Khetan Sahab. I request to Chatterjee Sahab, please. Everybody have the right to suggest everything. We should
That's what I'm saying now. Don't hijack the thing, sir.
I'm not
If you
disputing
don't want to
anybody's
discuss,
We should have a vote.
पंकज सर ऐसा कर दो 25 से 50 लाख का पहला स्लैब करो 50 से 1 करोड़ देन इफ यू वांट टू गो अहेड देन 1 करोड़ से ऊपर का करो 3 स्लैब बना दो उसमें वोटिंग करा लो उसमें ओपिनियन हमारा आ जाएगा ना सामने
ठीक है नीतिका काइंडली डू लाइक दिस कि बिलो 50 लाख to 1 करोड़
नहीं बिलो 50 मत करिए नहीं बिलो 50 मत करिए पुटे
25 to 50 25 to 50
It should be based on number of
there is no poll is required.
No, that is not the basis number of partner and all.
Let each individual send their report. Why you consolidate? You just leave it as it is 1 crore.
सर इंडिविजुअल का नहीं जाएगा सर अभी ठीक है आईपीए कर रहा है तो लेट देम डू
No.
majority opinion जाएगा ना
individual opinion. Let it not be a group
Sir, it is not the final. Once it is discussed, then the minutes will be shared to all of
even
you.
if it is not final, this portion.
Sir, can I say
as far as individual opinion is concerned, you are always free to send it.
Just a minute, Mr. Arora. Nitika want to say something.
Sir, in the report only we'll share that this percent of the people who voted wanted to have this much net worth.
Correct.
So everything would be clearly mentioned in the report.
Yes.
There would not be any majority vote.
And even after that, anyone can raise their concern and mail that to ICL.
And moreover, Pankaj sir, anyone is free to send the mail at any time.
Yes. It's not the final, na.
It is just a suggestion. Then IBBA would consider. Then they will issue the discussion paper. Then also you will have the opportunity.
It's not the final thing going on.
Correct.
Kindly make a poll. It's already filed.
It's only a type of survey.
Yes.
It's a kind of survey. Yes.
In the meantime, we can.
Pankaj sir, poll word नहीं use करते हैं इसको.
ओके सर्वे वर्ड यूज कर लेते हैं सर जूम के अंदर पोल होता है सर्वे नहीं होता है
चलो सर जूम तो हमारे से हट जाएगा अभी थोड़ी देर में
Go for polls please. No, we just stopped.
Kindly don't make anything on the chat box.
No, please let us listen to you. Why you wanted more network to be added on this?
Sir, yes.
Let me listen to you.
As per my view, sir, now IBBI will come with the cross-border insolvency, right? Or group insolvency. For that cross-border insolvency and group insolvency, any individual IP or IPE shall require a huge manpower or infrastructure or investment capacity. So that's why it's my personal views. It should be more.
Yes, sir. Because anyhow, individual insolvency, individual people can apply individually. When for big cases, infrastructure hona chahiye, team hona chahiye.
Exactly.
And that's why net worth also should be more hona chahiye.
Yes.
Otherwise, the object of entity is waste.
It is
sir, poll aa gaya.
Otherwise, entity is waste. Everybody is an entity.
Yes, now poll started, survey started, sorry, and it is for 5 minutes. Survey.
I think
5 minutes.
Even now, individuals doing cases worth 9,000 crore, 10,000 crore.
Yes.
Many cases individual insolvencies does not have even offices, sir. If you agree or not, 90% of individuals are using just their home as a office. See, when big cases is handling, is it not required to have the minimum infrastructure facilities with minimum staff? And all our IPs is using completely, is using,
yes, Mr.
is
Rao, I am
using
agree.
completely. One second, sir.
Nitika, kindly
One second, sir. Even many of the IPs,
Hello.
even for office by work of there also they are using corporate data. So this one because they don't have any staff.
Yes, Rao, Mr. Rao.
Which is
No, you are right.
Which
You are
is
right.
unethical our part also.
I'm not disputing with your views. What I say is,
So that's why it is required. That's why it is required. Entity should have more.
Kindly give your poll. We should,
What
in the
I'm saying
meantime,
is,
we should move
but
forward.
right now, the individuals are handling 9,000 crore, 10,000 crore. See, I'm not saying.
Sir, kindly don't cross discuss. We should stick to the regulations. Nitika, kindly move forward. Regulation 13.
Pankaj, can I make one suggestion?
Yeah, please.
Pankaj, can we, remove the restriction on the attempts for the IBC exam? We can increase it like it was there previously. So now they have restricted the number of attempts. It should be increased now, actually.
Okay.
What is the number currently? May I know what is the number currently? Number of restricted number of attempts?
2 months cooling period, I think.
Yeah. From one attempt to another attempt, 2 months cooling period.
That is good, no, sir. That is good, no, sir. Now
as well as
supply is more, demand is less.
Next regulation.
And the fees of attempt should be, each examination attempt should be reduced.
Okay.
Reduced.
Got it. We have noted it.
Now, I have one suggestion in one regulation should be added on conduct of on relationship of IP with IPE.
Okay.
Because nowadays, what I heard that IPE takes 70% of the revenue.
No, ma'am. We cannot. It's between the two-party agreement. No third party can be entertained. There cannot be any regulation, private regulation like this. Yeah, code of conduct. Anything required to amend? Any suggestion in this code of conduct?
Sir, my suggestion is that for filing of forms, they are collecting additional fee, and therefore we should not be penalized for not filing the forms.
Yes. That's a very valid point.
Some peculiar situation also arise. I tell you, we collect the fees.
If there is something else, that is fine. They can.
No. I tell you the peculiar situation.
TARP 7.
Liquidation was ordered 2 years back, and all of a sudden it is being set aside. So after the passing of a liquidation order, CARP 5 being filed, then the assignment is closed. Now again to reopen it, CARP 7 has to be filed and CARP 6 also to be filed. Huge fee comes in that. For most part of the IPs,
track of
this
and do it properly.
Even in normal course, the huge fee for 2 years, it comes around 15 to 20,000 rupees.
In my view,
correct.
In my view, IBBI shall take half-yearly report from the IPs in spite of every step report. Once a half-yearly report shall be there. During this April to September, what you had done in the cases with you, and from October to March, what work you had done.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is my suggestion.
That's fine.
Okay.
Sir, IP forms, specifically form 7, they have to remove monthly has to file karke, that is one. And sealing of the each form fees also they should put, sir. Like ROC previously.
Yes, maximum subject to maximum amount of
5 times, 10 times.
Yes.
Like that.
And like Companies Act, there should be any compounding provision also.
Yes, sir. And specifically CARP 7, monthly we have to file. That should be removed, sir.
Nitika, kindly note it.
One more suggestion from me.
Just a minute, Mr. Almuri. Nitika, kindly note it that IP should file half-yearly return in spite of every event-based return. And there should be maximum late fees, subject to a maximum late fees. for 6 months, for 1 year, whatsoever it has been decided. And suppose in any case there is more than 1 year delay, then there should be a provision for compounding of that offense also.
Sir, one more thing, CIRP 7 should not be monthly basis because that is too much, sir.
Yeah,
You
CIRP
have to
7 should
remember
not be.
within 3 days before
I am
that,
agree.
otherwise you have to pay.
Yes. Every
6
IP
and
is
7
there.
can be clubbed. CARP 6 and 7 can be clubbed because both are event wise. This is
Right.
for specific event
And it
6
should
and
not be
7
monthly
is for.
filing, sir, again.
Sir, and scrolling also is very difficult, sir. In the website.
Kindly put your suggestion in brief. So Nitika, there is suggestion ki clubbing of CRP 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
And scrolling also the website
Right.
is so
Now,
difficult.
Nitika, share the poll result, please. And the poll and share the result.
Okay, sir.
Any suggestion on code of conduct?
Sir, too many duplication of monthly returns, sir.
Already has
too
been
much
taken.
micromanagement.
Yeah, that has been already taken. Yeah, 52% is between 25 to 50 lakh. 50 lakh to 1 crore, 23%, and more than 1 crore, 25%. Fair enough. Now close the poll and move further for code of conduct.
Sir, in my opinion, it is too much micromanagement on the IP, sir.
सर वो हमने सजेशन दे दिया ना कि हाफ ईयरली रिटर्न शुड बी देयर इन स्पाइट ऑफ इवेंट बेस and nothing, I don't think anything required in this independence and impartiality. Shika is fair enough, Nitika, regulation 8. Now move forward. Right. It's fine. Kindly give your suggestion if there is in between. Information management. Fair enough. Confidentiality, occupation, employability. Fair enough. Remuneration and cost. It's also fine. I don't think there is any amendment required. Others' views are solicited. Yeah. Next.
Pankaj, number of attempts in the exam should be increased.
That we have noted, Anilji. Number of exam, cooling period, and fees.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, please move further. I don't think there is any suggestion in this. Move further.
Sir,
Pankaj, reduction in IPA fees.
Reduction in IPA fees.
Membership fees.
Okay. Now we are coming with Nitika, mute Bharat Upadhyay ji.
Sir, reduction in professional fees, it is too much. It has been increased many fold.
Which professional fees? 1% or what? 2% or
1%. Every year we have to pay now whatever income we are generating.
Sir, kindly note that it is the part of the CARP expenses. You have to take it from the CD.
No, sir, no. Who says?
Kindly read the regulation. Kindly read the regulation. It is part of the CARP expenses.
Pankaj, is it so?
Our fees is also part of CARP expenditure.
No, our fees is okay, but paying to IBBI.
Kindly read the regulation, sir. 1 second.
Model bylaws and governing board of insolvency professional agency. Any suggestion in this? Board definition is okay. Slow. I don't think there is any requirement in IPA governing board. Next. Managing director next. It's the IPA bylaws, na, so we don't require any comment on this. Next.
Model bylaws for
Yeah,
IPA.
IPA. So we don't require anything. Move further. It's your domain, Nitika.
Yes, sir.
Move further. Move further. Move further. Yes, professional membership fee. Here, most of participants are saying that IPA is charging huge amount. So they should
IPA membership fee should be
IPA charging
reduced.
should be uniform, sir.
Sir, that cannot be. We cannot comment on this. We can say that IPA is charging more fees, so they should be, because every IPA is independent. So it's IP decision with whom they want to enroll themselves.
That's correct. If it is uniform fees, then it will be good, sir. So otherwise,
then it's of no use for keeping 3 IPA, na?
Not like that, na, sir. Even different.
Then competition
IPAs.
among the IPA shall be there, na? If there are 3 IPA. Anyway, register of professional members. ठीक है, next. Authorization for assignment, right? Authorization for assignment, Nitika, I think it should be for financial year basis.
Sir, rather than
एक मिनट, इसकी ऑथराइजेशन असाइनमेंट की आवश्यकता क्या, मैं अभी तक समझ नहीं पाया अभी. What is the need of that?
Sir, one suggestion, authorization for assignment, if it is expires, the renewal should be on the next date of expiry, not from the date of issue.
Okay.
And it should be for calendar year, sir.
Only
It is a very relevant point, sir. It is a very relevant point.
ये एक unnecessary का वर्क है जो करना पड़ता है हर साल.
नहीं, निकिता जस्ट सेट की अभी रिन्यूअल की जरूरत ही नहीं है.
And then
discussion paper आ रहा है अभी, आप उसको स्टडी कीजिए. And most of things has been taken care.
And one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
The half-yearly basis assignments allotment, what is the need of that, sir?
Sir, that is going to be removed.
One more thing. We are paying fee for full year, but audit assignment you are getting only 6 months. I am paying fee
IBBI listing, sir. For NCLTs.
And in any professional case, you are also the members of so many professional bodies. Once you are paid the fees, means that is valid for full year, not for 6 months or 3 months.
Right.
So that is very important, sir. Otherwise, IBBI list mein half year our name will be there. Another half year our name will not be there. In spite we have not done any mistake or anything, which is not justifiable thing, sir.
Exactly.
Number two, to Madhusudan Garu, next point. First 6 months, 100 members are there. Second 6 months, 20 members are there. So how the system will run? In some benches. No, please, it has to be look after.
Your suggestion is well taken.
IPs are not getting any cases.
Sir, here one more point is there, sir. Whatever is that is the 6 months we are losing one thing. Another thing is because this list is sending to the NCLT. NCLTs are following. We need not follow the chronological order 1, 2, 3. We will give our own whims and fams karke they are following, sir. If list is not given.
Madhusudanji, that's why I have given the suggestion in first few minutes that
Okay.
this should be managed by the IBBI.
Yes, sir. That's what. Correct.
IBBI has all the list of all the professionals with
Yes, sir.
geographical wise. So
Yes,
they
sir.
should divide those list with the NCLT wise. And there should be some automatic selection. Whosoever is going to file any application, he has
Yes,
to
sir.
choose the name from that portal. Automatically, that name will come.
One more.
Wherever no name is proposed, or
Yes,
wherever
yes, sir.
NCLT wants to appoint anybody, your suggestion is will be good, sir. Which is initial years, IBBA
No,
insolvency.
they don't require to take the permission from IBBI. It is online portal for publicly available. Any any NCLT wants to take any name, they can choose. They can pick the next name. They can pick the next name.
It should be automatic. There should not be any choice.
Automatic. Yes,
There should not be any choice of
there should
judicial
not be
members,
any choice.
technical
It
members.
should be automatic.
Yes, sir.
Authorization may be changed to 5 years, sir. Otherwise, 2-3 years or
I
5
think
years.
my
Every
humble
year it is not
submission is
necessary, sir.
my humble submission is instead of discussing fees and renewal every year or 5 year, I think more equitable distribution of cases would be more beneficial to everyone.
Anandji,
And let it be renewed every year.
Yes,
And let
that's
the
why.
fee
That's
be,
why.
even
That's
if the
why.
fees are high, because other institutions also,
Yes,
for
that's
example,
why I have
anyway,
suggested. That's why I have suggested that there should be an automatic provision.
let them charge the fees
And
and
no
all.
option to NCLT members.
Yes, no option to
NCLT
anyone.
members.
No option to anyone. Not to any banker. Not to any banker. Not to any other person.
Not even to IBBA.
Not even to IBBI.
IBBA. That is the best
Just
solution.
like
One more thing.
Next, Nitika, next.
1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
Now, as for the first 6 months list, one NCLT 70 members enrolled. Next 6 months. Please listen, sir. Next 6 months, 10 members are there. Please listen. Now, how the 10 members will run the 6 months?
Sir, again, don't repeat the same thing, na? We have already
discussed, I suppose, already discussed.
श्याम जी आप अपना प्लीज म्यूट कीजिए श्याम जी म्यूट कीजिए श्याम जी को म्यूट कीजिए
I understand, sir, for the persons who are not getting any work.
पंकज जी, एक मेरा suggestion है, पंकज जी.
Inequitable, unprogressive, the fee structure is there. Charging 10,000-15,000 every year for them.
Taken, Govind ji, we have taken.
It should be very minimum and the progressive with the work you are getting.
Yes, we have taken it. That's why we have suggested that automatic allotment shall be there.
No, allotment, sir. Fees should be equitable with the percentage, just like the IBPI, we are getting IPA, sir, should get in some percentage from the fee earning it.
No, sir, it will be doubling the issue.
Already we are paying percentage to IBBA.
My point is to reduce the person like me who is surrendering the certificate because not getting it itself. I am to surrender the certificate. This is my position. Why should I pay 15,000-20,000 every year after retirement?
Sir, see, it's your choice.
Okay, sir, I have to.
I think
if you don't
in one respect I agree.
Persons who have passed the exams and want to be updated with this.
Just one sentence. In one respect, I agree. In one respect, I agree. If the renewal fees are relatively lower and the certain percentage on earnings, that percentage, even if it is increased to some extent, because the cost also will have to be met by the institution.
See, don't take this profession as a side business. It's a whole time profession, not any side business.
Sir, let me submit a charging 15,000-20,000 is a business itself.
See, sir, Govind ji, any CA, CMA advocate start its practice.
Sir,
just listen to me. Just listen to me, sir. Just listen to me.
Yes, sir.
If any professional start their practice, then gestation period is 4 to 5 years at least for coming to the break even.
sir. That is the reason I
So
want.
you are afraid for first year fees or second year fees?
Third year, sir, I have paid. Third
So
year.
that's why I'm saying now we are matured enough. We should not discuss this 10,000, 15,000 fees.
The LLB.
It's our gestation period. You are learning something. You are learning something.
Sir, learning of what we are getting is, I understand, is good thing. Just
That's why I'm saying if anybody don't make any expense of the 10, 20, 30,000 per year, then it's of no use to come in this profession. I'm bluntly speaking.
Correct.
Sorry if my words hurts anybody.
No, sir,
but sir, this is profession. Kindly understand it. It's not the side business. This pains, this type of wording pains for every IPs.
But there should be minimum restriction type of things.
Who are taking it seriously. Otherwise, what happening? Bank managers is getting retired. They are clearing the exam and they are taking it as a side business or part-time business or time pass business. It's not that type of profession, sir. It's not that type of profession ki after retirement you are doing the practice of advocate. Kindly understand this.
It's progressive.
Next.
Pankaj ji, एक मेरा suggestion है इसमें.
Shall I intervene for a small minute?
Yeah, Mr. Satendra is saying
Yeah,
something.
it's my only small suggestion.
See, somebody was asking, insolvency professor.
Madurai ji, Mr. Satendra first. Then, yeah, please, Mr.
Suggestion है कि जब honorable NCLT में order reserve होता है,
हाँ जी,
cooperation के लिए local.
Sir, it's not related to this today discussion. This you can discuss with me separately.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Madurai.
Yeah, see, I was referring to the regulation. I asked somebody to kindly read the regulation.
Okay.
Read the regulation 31 of CIRP regulations.
Okay.
B says the amount due to a person whose rights are prejudicially affected on account of the moratorium imposed.
Sir, it's not the CIRP regulation as of now.
No. He was referring to the 0.25% to be paid to IBBA. For that only I'm telling, there is BA, fee payable to the board under regulation 31A is included.
That's included, sir.
Yeah.
That's included.
Nitika, next. You were saying it is not so. I was telling, please read.
No, it's there, sir. It's there. Next. Monitoring committee, monitoring members, that's fair enough. Grievance, that's for IPA. That's for IPA. That's for IPA. Yes. Okay. Anyone want to share for this monetary penalty?
Monetary penalty is also little high, sir. Even for this also should be there. Combined penalty should not exceed this limit. Otherwise, 4 mistakes is done. 100% of fees we have to give to.
Sir, what is happening? Double cost is coming on the IPs. This penalty will be there. Then filing of CIRP forms, late fees is there.
Yes.
It's the cascading effect. Double impact is coming.
Pankaj ji, not only that, sir, if I done whatever reason, 2 mistakes or 3 mistakes, my total fees has to pay by way of penalty, 25% minimum, and in some cases we may not even get to see here 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or 25%, whichever is higher.
Sir, I could not understand one thing, why this penalty is there.
That's what, sir.
See, if 2 advocates are fighting a case, one lose, one win. So is there any penalty on the loser?
Yes, sir.
Then why this penalty? IPs are doing everything in good faith and best of their efforts.
Exactly, sir.
If there is some, if the IPA or IBBI finds something that willfully any IP has done any wrong thing, then they should penalize.
It is really scaring, sir.
Yes,
we have to pay 200% of our fees every day.
Penalties are discouraging, Pankaj. penalties are discouraging.
Everything
Actually,
linking
it's
with the
very,
fees only.
very
Everything
exorbitantly
linking.
high. Exorbitantly high.
Whichever is higher, again, it is
Yes.
not lower. Whichever is higher.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying,
but
sir,
may I
why the
suggest, sir,
penalty?
Sir,
My
it's a
question
very
is
huge
why
penalty.
the penalty?
Sir, it should be removed strictly, sir. It
Yes.
is scaring actually.
may I add something?
Yeah,
Actually,
please.
I'm not against penalties, but there should be lapses and willful default. Deliberate mistakes should be differentiated.
Same thing I am saying.
In the
same
case
thing.
of lapse, we can have
Mr.
very
Anand,
less
same thing
penalty,
I am
but
saying.
Same
if
thing
there is
Mr.
lapse,
Pankaj
then
has told. Why again and again repeating and
Same
wasting
thing I
time?
am
What is
saying. Nitika, kindly note it. There should not be any penalty. If any IP has done something willfully, then this penalty shall be there.
Sir, actually, it is like written that the disciplinary committee, if they'll find out
Yes,
something,
yes,
then
yes.
only
This is
these penalties
sir.
will be there.
Nahi,
It
Nitika,
should not be
Nitika,
on all the cases.
Nitika. Here fails to appoint register valuer, fails to appoint. We have to see the circumstances.
And one more thing, sir, there should not be, see, maximum penalty should not exceed like this much amount, like this hona chahiye. Otherwise, 2-3 small mistakes, we have to pay
Yes,
200%,
yes.
300% of our fees.
It
Whichever
is
is higher,
discouraging.
sometimes.
It is discouraging for all IPs.
And everything they are linking with the fee only, sir. Everything linking with the fee only.
No, Murli, they are saying 25% of fees or 1 lakh, whichever is higher. Sometimes, sometimes our fees itself 1 lakh. Then
and second
we have to pay 2 lakh rupees as penalty for a small mistake.
Exactly.
And second thing, sir, IBBI is mentioning shall for our incentives, all those things may discuss with COC.
That is
very.
That's why this penalty provision I don't require it should be there.
But I feel
Sir, this penalty provision should not be there. And incentives may minimum fees incentives may COC may decide karke they kept. It should be like
should be imposed only on frauds, but not on all the cases.
Yes, that's why I suggested that there should be only the willful in the case of willful defaulter case.
If it is a deliberate mischief, then the penalty is justified in my opinion. If it is a willful mischief.
Sir, same thing we are saying, Mr. Anand, same thing we are saying.
Every kind of a failures are being listed over here, bracketed into several things. The IP may fall in one or another. This is very, very cumbersome and burdening and something which is...
Mr. Jain, it might be possible that any IP can fall in 5 category.
Yes, so therefore he will pay all the 5.
All the 5, what's the use?
This is very, very burdensome upon the IP and
Nitika, kindly note down.
Unwarranted.
It should be removed, sir. Unjustified.
Yes, it is totally unjustified.
Should be removed, sir.
Sir, there is an impression, Pankaj ji, that IPs are earning, very high.
All IPs with 100% majority has chosen not to levy any penalty.
Remove this penalty clause.
Yes, remove this penalty clause. This should be applicable only in case of willful default.
Yes, sir. Even I wanted to add the same thing because see, there are instances where, for no fault of IPs, they are running for 27 months, 30 months.
Yes, Mr. Sridhar, we have taken care. Surrender of professional membership and expulsion from the professional membership. This is there. Nitika, एक बार ऊपर चलिए. Someone was saying that surrender, they cannot surrender it.
Surrender of registration, Pankaj.
Surrender of registration. What's the use? If you will not pay the fee, automatically it will be surrendered.
No, I am saying voluntary.
Penalty. So don't pay the fee, sir.
Sir, every time return has to be filed, whether you surrender or not. If not, even if you go for surrender, they will take there are 10 returns you have not filed half yearly.
Sir, once AFA is surrendered,
or not get renewal automatically.
Automatically it will be Now next.
No, sir, it is not from actually. What actually happened, I went to the institute. The institute said, you surrender this, pay all the penalty, inspection will be carried out. I did not take any work, but still all the things will be. And
no, it cannot be, sir.
If you are not paid, what will happen, sir? I can send you the written communication sent.
Sir, you can take it in writing. I will file a case against that IPA.
Sir, I will forward it too. I have been given even
it is against the personal liberty, sir. Article
yes,
it is against the personal liberty.
Sir,
it cannot be.
It cannot be there, sir. It cannot be there.
When I pass the examination, if I don't want to pay the fee, how the institute can demand the certificate from me? They are not doing that. IPA is not doing that much. They said IBI examination registration certificate you have to surrender. They have given me in the writing.
I don't know. Anyway, next thing, next
IPA had given me in writing.
Then in that case, we should demand a refund of our registration fee.
Just a minute, Nitika, 28.
They should refund us fees.
28.
Let us
27, sorry. Next. Upar. Yeah, surrender of professional membership.
Let us see in detail the surrender and cancellation.
Surrender of professional membership. A professional members who wishes to surrender its membership of the agency may do was submitting an application for surrender of membership. So provision is already there.
We have to clear the fees.
They are talking about IPA, sir. IPA membership. It is IPA membership.
Yeah, once if anyone is not the member of IPA, he cannot be the member of IBBI.
Then IBBI will ask the certificate, na? That's
No, sir. It's the duty of IPA to send the mail or correspondence with the IBBI. IBBI will not directly interact with IP. They will, if at the time of registration, you have applied with the IPA, not with the IBBI. Same way, surrender is there. Next. Exclusion from the ठीक है, it's the expulsion ही हो जाएगा सर. आप फीस पे नहीं करेंगे तो it's totally expulsion from professional membership.
That is better, sir.
Yeah, why to worry, sir? That's why I told you it cannot be there. No law can be made against which supersede the personal liberty of any person in land of law. Next, it's the annexer. It's the annexer. I don't think it's required anything. So now forum is open for 10 minutes for open discussion. It's right, Nitika?
Okay, sir.
I think that is what we have been doing so far.
Sir, I wanted to give one suggestion, sir.
Yeah, please.
For IPs, there always be a shall, like regulatory fee to be paid to the board.
Okay.
But for IBB, for giving the performance linked incentives and other incentives, why should we give that? There also they can give that mandatory, right? Then if it is a provision of means COC members, they will never agree to pay the performance linked incentives to the IPs.
Very good, very good. Right suggestion.
Even I have a for the
please.
for the success fee, that is also not mandatory. That is also like they may or they may not. Why
May or may not.
Also be made mandatory.
Fair enough.
Sir, one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
Few IPs are accepting the assignments below the.
Yeah, please now.
Sir, few IPs or couple of IPs are accepting the assignments below the minimum fees levels also, sir. For
It's
that,
a code violation, sir.
yes,
How
sir.
would be
For
violated?
that, it should be kept to some restrictions type, sir.
Mostly in the case of personal guarantee cases, sir.
Personal guarantees cases also minimum fees should be kept, sir.
Banks are bargaining and IBBI should fix some fees for each guarantee, sir, in personal guarantee cases. It should be
once
mandatory.
we will come with the personal guarantee regulation, then we will discuss there.
Yes, sir.
Anything else in this regulation?
Incentive should be made mandatory, sir.
Okay.
Instead of may.
Yes, ठीक है.
and minimum fees, no one should accept any assignment lesser than the
Sir,
minimum fees.
already regulation is there. If any person is taking fees, minimum fees, that will come forward at the time of filing the CIRP cost with the IPA. Then IPA will come to know who is charging what fees.
It should be applied to liquidation also.
There should be penalty clause, sir. Small penalty clause.
Sir, that is against the code of
Penalty should be imposed on the entity.
institute with IP or IBBI will initiate the proceeding against that IP. Yeah,
Not only against the IP, but also against the person who is appointing him, like CD or OC or FC.
No, sir, no, that cannot be. That cannot be. That
These
cannot
three people only we are.
Sir, that cannot be. That's the work of IP. Why he is accepting below the minimum fees.
The ceiling should be applied to liquidation also.
He has no business at all or no income at all, then he is forced to eke out some living by underquoting.
Whatsoever it may be, it depends upon person to person. Why is negotiating with the fees?
Somehow he has to survive, so some people are forced to do it.
Why force? Why force, sir? No one.
Force means, I mean, because they have to earn some income. So that is
no, sir, no, that's your personal liberty, sir. That's your personal liberty. Please. Yes, anyone else?
The ceiling should be applied to liquidation cases also.
Sir, under liquidation already provisions are there.
So that is not covered. If
Sir,
it is a monthly.
No, already provision is there. You can negotiate with the COC.
Sir, that provision should not be there, sir. Regulation 4 should be mandatory karke should be there, sir. May karke give an option.
Kindly read CIRP regulation 39C.
No.
There at the time of filing of the liquidation application, liquidation cost has to be given and the fees has to be discussed, and that should be mentioned under the liquidation application.
Correct, sir. Liquidation application mein the fees whatever discussed in the COC should be mentioned karke. But what happening, sir? Liquidation regulations mein either regulation 4 fees should be paid or any other fees as fixed by the COC. That fees should be payable karke. What happening?
39C.
Yes, sir. What happening, sir? Now bankers and everybody is started. The another IP is giving 70% discount. You accept for 30% of table 4. No, sir. COC can decide fees, na sir. It is not mandatory. See, if COC not decided, then only regulation 4 will come into picture. So the bargainings is going on, and bankers mainly they are playing little this one. No?
Sir,
So
unless and until IBBI will not make any regulation against the conduct of the COC,
okay,
no one can do anything.
No, sir. What we are saying, I am trying to say, sir, in liquidation, either the COC or SEC has to fix the fees, or regulation. In case not fixed, then only regulation 4 will come karke. So what
Otherwise
COC is doing?
There is one solution of this. If whatever fees, minimum fees during CIRP, that should be there during liquidation.
They are not giving, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. In liquidation, if you say the minimum fees, whatever is mentioned in the CIRP, the same fees will continue. Means
not same fees. Minimum fees.
Everybody will, sir. Then what will happen? Everybody will say same fees we will pay, and monthly fees we will pay. We will not pay any regulation for fees. And
then how the IBBI can make a regulation for minimum fees?
The regulation for whatever be the table.
We cannot say na ki minimum fees shall be there.
It is applied only for CIRP cases only. It is not for liquidation.
Yeah, that's I know.
4.1 regulation 4.1. For regulation 4.1, there should be some ceilings.
So kindly suggest what type of ceiling?
Like CIRP.
Like CIRP. Okay. Nitika, kindly note that under regulation 4, there must be some ceiling.
If you say like CIRP, the minimum fees should be there. then every lender will approve only the monthly fees of that minimum fees. Nothing will, they will not give any regulation for table.
So we can suggest one thing ki no COC can fix the fees beyond less than the
minimum
prescribed
limit
under regulation 4.1.
SCC.
Regulation 4.1 or
Okay.
regulation B also, 4B also is okay, sir.
Right.
Is
Now,
okay.
now question come, if in any case assets is just for 25 lakhs, then
yes,
what
sir.
will happen?
I will tell, sir. For example, you have already mentioned regulation 4.1A or B is only the minimum fees. Then IP has to say there is no assets, so I need monthly fees of this much karke. They can negotiate.
Then COC will say you have to take the fees whatsoever mentioned under regulation 4.
No, sir. Regulation 4 mein whatever mentioned is minimum fees.
Yeah, it's the but sir, nobody, sir. आप market का theme समझिए, then no one will come.
No, sir. Now also what is happening, sir? For example, in some cases or many cases, wherever assets is not there, the IPs are saying the assets is not there unless monthly 1 lakh is given. We will not do karke. And the lenders are appointing that is as because regulation 4 is only minimum fees.
That's why that. No. So it's the best way we can put in this way. Ki minimum table prescribed as under the CIRP or under regulation 4.1 of the liquidation regulation, whichever is
higher.
Whichever is higher.
Higher is minimum fees.
Whichever is higher will be the minimum fees.
Yes, sir.
Sir, in case of replacement of liquidator, the regulation is silent about
No, clear.
which
Regulations
date
is
that
clear.
has to be considered. See, for example, I am replaced a liquidator. The erstwhile liquidator has not sold out any asset of the CD. I came into the picture only after a year from the commencement of liquidation. My fees, when we consider, I have put so much effort to sell the assets, but when we consider the fees, I have to consider from the date of liquidation commencement date. So
no liquidator appointment.
In the slab, it will be like my appropriate fee will be after 1 year. So it will be the least minimum fees that I am applicable for me.
It's
without no fault on me.
It's a very practical question.
Yes.
So we will discuss it under liquidation regulation.
Yes, sir. That is also very important.
Yes. It's a very practical question.
Most of the liquidators are getting
issue.
Yes, understand. We got it. Your point. That's a very valid question.
Yes,
sir. Sir, in the process, in the direct appointment by NCLT in Section 9 cases, like especially in Section 9 cases, what is happening? Like the applicant is reluctant to deposit the amount. They do not pay the fees.
Ma'am, in that case, you can file application with the NCLT.
Sir,
contempt application in 1 or 2 cases, NCLT has cancelled the CIRP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a regulation should be made for this, like for the first month.
Everything for each and everything regulation cannot be made.
Okay.
That decision, case to case basis, we have to take.
So if you have given consent, will that be counted as an assignment?
Sorry?
If you have given consent, will that be counted as an assignment?
No. Consent, giving consent is not the assignment covered under the assignment.
So there will be cases.
So anything else related to IPA, IP and model bylaws, or shall we close for the day?
Yeah, we can close it.
Nitika, thanks a lot for your valuable suggestions and your input, and I appreciate all of you. And I ask for the pardon if any my word hurts anybody's sentiments, because I had to take all persons in the loop. So
one request to.
Yeah, Mr. Anand.